Good morning, dear equity shareholders, board members, NCLT appointed chairperson Mr. Varun S. and scrutinizer Mr. N.D. Satish and other officials of the company. I, Irina Vikram, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of the company, welcome you all at this meeting of the equity shareholders of the company, being convened pursuant to order dated 18 December 2024, passed by the Honorable National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, Bangalore bench. This meeting is being held through video conferencing and other audio-visual means in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, SEBI, applicable provisions of Companies Act 2013, SEBI listing obligations and disclosure requirements, regulations 2015, and as per the directions contained in the NCLT order. Before we start the main proceedings of the meeting, I welcome Mr. Varun S., Chairperson appointed by NCLT for this meeting, Mr. N.D. Satish, Scrutinizer appointed by NCLT for this meeting. I now request all the directors and the company officials to introduce themselves. We can start with Mr. B. Jayaraman, sir.
Good morning. I am B. Jayaraman, an independent director and chairman of the company. I am participating in this meeting through video conferencing from the registered office of the company at Bangalore.
Mr. Sukumar Srinivas.
Good morning. I am Sukumar Srinivas, Managing Director of the company, and participating in this meeting through video conferencing from our registered office in Bangalore.
Mr. Chandu Nair.
Good morning. I'm Chandu Nair, Independent Director of Shankara Building Products Limited, and also the Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and the Risk Management Committee. I'm participating in this meeting through video conferencing from the registered office of the company at Bangalore.
Ms. Jayashree Mulli.
Good morning. I'm Jayashree Murli, an independent director and also chairman of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. I'm participating in this meeting from the registered office of the company.
Mr. N. Muthuraman.
Good morning. This is Muthuraman, independent director and chairman of the audit committee of Shankara Building Products. I am joining from a personal vehicle towards the registered office of the company.
Mr. C. Ravi Kumar.
Good morning. I am C. Ravi Kumar, old-time director of the company. I am joining in this meeting through video conferencing from our registered office, Bangalore.
Mr. Alex Varghese.
Good morning. I am Alex Varghese, Chief Financial Officer of the company. I am joining in this meeting through video conferencing from our registered office at Bangalore.
I would like to draw the attention of the members to a few important points. The company has availed video conferencing facility provided by KFin Technologies Limited to enable members to participate online at the meeting. The proceedings of this meeting are being recorded for compliance purpose. The company has received request from one member to register himself as speaker at the meeting. Accordingly, the floor would be open for this member to ask questions or express his views. The moderator will facilitate the session once the chairman opens the floor for questions and answers. All members joining the meeting will by default be placed on the mute mode, and during the question-answer session, on announcement of the name by the moderator, the speaker member will be put on the unmute mode. If the speaker is unable to speak due to connectivity issues, the name of such speaker member shall be announced once again at the end. Once all the members who have registered to speak have finished speaking, a copy of the order of the Honorable NCLT and all other documents as required and stipulated in the notice sent to the equity shareholders and are posted on the website of the company under Investor tab for inspection by the members during the continuation of the meeting. As the meeting is held through video conferencing, the requirement for appointment of proxies is not applicable, and therefore the proxy register is not available for inspection. In accordance with the requirements of provisions of Companies Act 2013, Secretarial Standards, and SEBI listing regulations, the facility for remote e-voting on the business item to be transacted at this meeting was provided from 9 a.m. on Friday, February 7, 2025 to 5 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11, 2025, and the same was disabled thereafter. Members who have not cast their votes yet electronically through remote e-voting and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes during the meeting. The notice of the meeting and the explanatory statement, along with the annexures thereto, have been sent through electronic mode to those members whose email address are registered with the company or depositories and through registered post to those members whose email address are not registered. The documents have been made available on the company's website, on the website of KFin Technologies Limited, and that of the stock exchanges, BSE and NSE. For any technical support in connection with this meeting, members may contact the helpline number mentioned in the notice of the meeting. Now I request the chairman for this meeting, Mr. Varun, to commence the proceedings of the meeting.
Thank you, Irina. Good morning, everyone. As the requisite quorum is present through video conferencing to conduct the proceedings of this meeting, I call this meeting to order. I am Varun S., chairperson of this meeting, attending from the registered office of the company Shankara Building Products Limited. I welcome all the members to the NCLT convened meeting of the equity shareholders of your company. I hope all of you are safe and are in good health. This meeting is being held through video conferencing in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the SEBI. The company has taken all requisite steps to enable its members to participate and vote electronically at this meeting. Now, I would request Mr. Sukumar Srinivas, the Managing Director of the company, to provide a brief background about the scheme of arrangement between the company and Shankara Buildpro Limited.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the board, dear members, the Board of Directors at its board meeting held on December 18, 2023 had approved and adopted the scheme of arrangement between the company and its wholly owned subsidiary, Shankara Buildpro Limited. The rationale for proposing the scheme of arrangement and other necessary information, including salient features of the scheme, is mentioned in the explanatory statement appended to the notice convening this meeting, which has been circulated to all equity members and equity shareholders. I am sure you must have read it. The scheme would have the following benefits for the company, the resultant company, and their shareholders and creditors and others concerned. Demerger shall enable both the demerged company, that is Shankara Building Products Limited, and the resulting company, that is Shankara Buildpro Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of Shankara Building Products Limited, to enhance business operations by streamlining operations, more efficient management control, and outlining independent growth strategies such as expansion of product categories and geographical presence. Creation of dedicated verticals for the growth of the trading business with focused attention. Thirdly, attracting a new set of investors with specific knowledge, expertise, and risk appetite corresponding to their own businesses. Thus, both the demerged company and the resulting company will have its own set of like-minded investors, thereby providing the necessary funding impetus in the long-term growth strategies of the trading and the manufacturing businesses. Fourthly, pursuant to the scheme, equity shares issued by the resulting company would be listed on the stock exchanges and thus will unlock the value of the trading business for the shareholders of the demerged company. Existing shareholders of the demerged company would hold the shares of the two listed companies once the scheme becomes effective, giving them flexibility in managing their investments in two businesses having differential dynamics. Demerger is to be in the interest of the shareholders, creditors, and there is no likelihood that any shareholder or creditor would be prejudiced as a result of the scheme. It will not impose any additional burden on the shareholders of the demerged company, considering the scheme would merely involve transfer and vesting of the trading business by way of arrangement from the demerged company to the resulting company. Lastly, the demerger is expected to improve corporate governance within the separated entities, ensuring that the board and management are aligned with the specific interests and goals of their businesses. There would not be any change in the shareholding pattern of the company pursuant to the scheme. Further, the resulting company shall issue one equity share for each equity share held in the company. Therefore, the shareholding pattern of the resulting company shall be in the name as that of the company. Further, all the shares of the resulting company will get listed in the stock exchanges. The scheme is not prejudicial to the interests of any of the class of shareholders or creditors of the company. The scheme has received no adverse observations and no objection from the National Stock Exchange of India Limited and BSE Limited, and now has been filed with the Honorable National Company Law Tribunal for its approval. Pursuant to the order dated December 18, 2024, passed by the Honorable National Company Law Tribunal, Bangalore Bench, and other applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013, the rules framed thereunder, and the SEBI listing regulations, the meeting of the equity shareholders is hereby conducted, wherein voting would be counted as per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 as well as SEBI regulations. Further, in accordance with the said NCLT order and other applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013, the rules framed thereunder, and the SEBI listing regulations, the company has provided remote e-voting facility to the members of the company in respect of the resolution to be passed at the meeting. The facility for voting through e-voting system is also made available during the meeting from 11 a.m. for the members who have not cast their votes prior to the meeting. The company has engaged the services of KFin Technologies Limited, KFin, as the agency for providing the platform for both remote e-voting to the meeting and e-voting during the meeting. Now I request our chairman, Mr. Varun, to further proceed with the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Sukumar Srinivas. The notice convening the meeting was sent to all the members, and as such, I take the same as read. I request all the members to cast their vote to the resolution stated in the notice of the meeting. I will now request Irina to moderate the question and answer session and call out the names of the people who have registered themselves for putting forth their queries and suggestions.
Thank you, Chairperson, sir. I request the equity shareholders to keep their questions brief and specific. We shall answer all the questions one by one. Moderator, can you put the speaker one?
Thank you, ma'am. Unfortunately, Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola, who had registered himself as a speaker, is not available at this point in time. So there are no further speakers who can be requested to put forth their perspective. Thank you.
Thank you.
Continue. This being the NCLT convened meeting, the results will be reported to the Honorable National Company Law Tribunal, Bengaluru Bench. I authorize Ms. Irina Vikram, Company Secretary of the company, to receive and declare the voting results along with the scrutinizer's report, intimate the stock exchanges where the shares of the company are listed, and place the same on the website of the company. The resolution, as set forth in the notice, shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of the requisite number of votes. Also, the company will put up the results on its notice board at the registered office and at the corporate office, and on the website of KFin on or before the close of business hours on Friday, 14 February 2025. The business of the meeting is now complete, and I declare the meeting closed. I thank you all for cooperating with me in the smooth conduct of the meeting.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman. That was good meeting. That's all we wanted to.
So it starts now.